Hello everyone, this is Pastor Lon. I want to welcome you all back to the channel today for some Sunday afternoon chat time. Hope everybody's had a good week thus far, and I hope you're having a good Sunday afternoon. I pray that you have a good upcoming week. Nice weather here in South Carolina today. It's probably in the lower to mid 70s, I would guess. No humidity, pretty blue sky with those white fluffy clouds up in the sky. Real nice day here in South Carolina today, and for that we're grateful. But for our chat time today, I'd like to talk about something that I think is really needed in these last days, or it's always been needed really in everybody's life. I've always had mentors in my life, and I'm sure you have been too, or maybe you're a mentor to somebody. But the need for mentors in our lives is what I want to speak about a little bit today. We all are either looking up to somebody else, a mentor. And by the way, I looked in Webster Dictionary just to kind of give you a definition, and it's got several, but the one I picked out, the shortest one, says a trusted counselor or guide. A trusted counselor or guide. That's somebody that you can trust when you go to for advice, or somebody to help guide you in the right direction. And like I said, I hope that I try to live my life where hopefully I can be a mentor to somebody, because Lord knows I've needed them in my life. And they can be family members, close relatives. It can be distant family. A mentor could be a coach you had in school. It could be a teacher you had in school, a coworker, a church member, a pastor, a friend. Yeah, it could be so many different people, and you can have more than one. I've had more than one in my life. It could be even a YouTube channel, a YouTube person that you may watch on YouTube. See, it's good to have a mentor that you can talk to, that can help lead and guide you and give you good sound advice. But also you can learn a lot and be inspired by those same mentors, which is what a mentor will do. They'll inspire you to do what's right. They'll give you, like I said, good sound advice when you're going through a tough time in life, or going through troubles, or you're at a crossroad and you don't know which way to go. And you can trust that mentor, that counselor, that guide to help lead and guide you in the right direction. But there's a great need for mentors today in all of our lives, but especially in this younger generation that's coming up now. They need mentors to help lead and guide them, because they don't have the base that most of you had that watch this channel. I look at the analytics and see what the age group is on here, and most of the people that watch this channel is like, I'm 56 years old. It's usually, 10 to 15 years younger than me, but the majority of you are older than me. So we probably had a good sound, solid base and foundation of our raising, but we still had the need for mentors, and we had them through our lifetime. And hopefully now you are a mentor to somebody else. I want to live my life where I leave a legacy behind that hopefully I help somebody along the way with what I said, by my actions. That's what I was saying earlier. Somebody that you may not even know, you may not even meet them in person. Maybe it is somebody on YouTube. Those people could inspire us by what they do, what they stand for. When they're going through trials and tribulations, you see many sad stories of people on YouTube that they set a good example. And of course I want to set a good godly example, but I'm talking about mentors can be somebody, whether they're Christian or not, just good morals, and give people good sound advice, whether it's marital advice, or advice with your children, or financial advice, or spiritual advice. There's no end to it. There's so much of a need out there for mentors to help lead and guide us in the right direction. Makes me think of a baseball coach I had in Little League ball when I played Little League ball. His name was Mr. Turbyville. He still lives here in Darlington now. And he would always encourage us. We stand up to bat. He was teaching you how to play ball. He said, you got to stand in the batter's box. You got to keep your eye on the ball. He also told me, he said, if you don't get that bat off your shoulder, you're not going to hit the ball. He also told me something that's pretty self-explanatory and elementary to a lot of people. And, that's what I thought when he told me that. So, I know this. He said, if you don't swing the bat, you will never hit the ball. I'm like, duh. But how many times we stand there as youngsters and watched that pitcher throw a ball across the plate was a strike, wouldn't even take the swing at it. Well, relate that over to life, and that's the good thing I liked about Mr. Turberville. Most of the things that he taught us in baseball, we can relate to that, or look back on that and apply it to our life today. If you don't get in the game, if you stay on the sidelines of life, and don't get involved in your family's life, your children's lives, and be that spouse that you need to be. And think about it like this, just like myself, and I know many of you watch this, you got many different hats you wear. Okay, first of all, I'm a preacher, I'm a born-again believer, and I'm a minister of the gospel. I got that responsibility. And then next, I'm a husband to my wife. That's a great responsibility. Then I'm a father to my children. What an awesome responsibility and a privilege. And then it goes right on. Then I'm an uncle. I'm a cousin. I'm a nephew. I'm a brother. A friend. It goes right on and right on for myself as well as the rest of you on here. So hopefully somebody will watch you, watch me, listen to us, and realize that we're not only talking about what needs to be done and the right way to do things, but we're acting upon them. Because how many times you've been taught all your life, actions speak louder than words. That's still true today. You can talk all you want to. You can put on a good front, whether it be on YouTube, whether it be in the church, whether it be in your family, whether it be on the job, wherever. Talk is cheap, but people are looking for somebody that's got action. They got actions with what they're speaking and talking about. So when I look at mentors today, the young people, I wish I'd have listened to more of my mentors when I was growing up and took more of their advice. Probably wouldn't have gotten near as much trouble, probably would have saved me a lot more money and heartache and pain. But as a young person, I know how it is. That's why I try to grant some grace and mercy to the young people today, because I was once a young person. When I say young, I'm talking about teenagers in their early 20s. So now if Corey and Gavin does something that's, they might make a mistake and do something that I would call a bonehead decision. I got to remember, I used to make those same decisions and bad choices in life. But we got to learn from those and move on. So I try to give them a little more mercy and grace to say, hey, it happened to me, it could happen to anybody. This is what you need to do going forward to try to make sure that don't happen again. And that could be with relationships, that could be financial, like I said earlier. It could be with just life stuff in general. And there's just so much that could be about. So I'd like for you to share with me on here as we talk about the great need for mentors in the last day. And another reason we need, I'll get back to that in a minute. Another reason we need mentors is because you got so many people out there living a lie and living on the wrong path in life. They're trying to lead and guide people in the wrong direction, and they're not good examples for people. So basically, that's what a mentor is, a good example for somebody to follow. And one of the most aggravating things is somebody that's not living the way they need to be living, whether it's spiritually or whether it's just good moral living as well, is the fact is somebody else is living a good example in front of them. Sometimes it gets under their skin, but if you keep living it long enough in front of them, sooner or later it may just break down the wall, and they'll say, you know what? Not that we're any better than them, not that the person's any better than us, but we're here to live a good godly example. And Lord knows we need more good examples in the world today, more mentors that you can confide in. That's another biggie right there. I tell people at our church all the time, Rob Lee and I both, that if you want to come talk to us, you feel free to do so. Robbie and I, most time we do that together, especially if it's female, we counsel them together. But no matter what, we'll talk with you about it, and whatever we talk about, we'll try to lead and guide the person in the right direction, but it's between us, them, and God. That's where it stays. I don't care who it is or what they're talking about. It's between us, them, and God Almighty. And you say, well, that's where it's supposed to be. Right, but that don't happen that way in everybody's world today. Even some ministers, even some Christians, even some supposed to be best friends or good friends in your life. So we need to be mindful of the need for mentors, but we also need to, like Ronald Reagan used to say, trust but verify. You need to trust the person, but verify that your spirit bears witness with their spirit, because we don't want to believe this, but it's the truth. Everybody you talk to about your issues and your problems in life don't have your best interests at heart. I've told you this before on this channel. Many people out there like to see you do good. I want to see good. I want to see people prosper and do good in life as long as they're doing it the right way. And I also believe that if you're doing things the wrong way, that your sins will find you out and God will expose that. But even at that, we got to pray one for another. But many people want to see you fall or fail in life. That's why I say you got to trust and verify. Trust who you confide in and verify that they're not putting your information in the street and they got your best interests at heart. You know, it's a good feeling to know that down through the years, you know, I got a guy that actually he's asked me to speak at their brotherhood, Corey Bird. He started out at Flat Creek back in, I think he told me around 07, 08. I might have got the dates off a little bit, the years. We started in 2006, and when God called me into the ministry, anyway, he ended up getting saved under our leadership, and God done all the work. We just was vessels, willing vessels to do what God told us to do. But he ended up getting saved. Time rolled on. He ended up moving on to another church and working in that church, him and his wife, and now his daughter. I dedicated his daughter back into the Lord many years ago. Now Corey's a pastor. He's been, over the years, he's come and filled in for me. When I'd be out from behind the pulpit on a Sunday morning, he would come fill in for me. Or he'd speak at our men's and women's fellowship meetings here at Flat Creek. Well, he became a pastor earlier this year, and he's got his own church now. He still works a full-time job like I do right now, but he also is a full-time pastor. And he's asked me to come speak at their brotherhood this coming week, next week. So I'm proudly going to do that. But he always has told me and others that, you know, he looked up to me and my wife because we led him and guided him in the right direction. And we don't want to pat on the back for that. But what I'm saying is it's a good feeling to know that you've helped lead somebody in the right direction in life. I'd hate to lay down my head on my pillow at night knowing that I led somebody the wrong way and caused them or their families to be in a bad way or have a disaster because of something I said or done that led them the wrong way. And there are a lot of people out there leading people that way. But it is a good feeling to know that, you know, Corey's, like a seed that we planted years ago, and God's brought it to fruition, brought it to pass. And I'm so proud of him and his wife and his daughter for what they're doing for the Lord today. And even though he's younger than I am, Corey's very wise in the Bible. And I've actually learned a lot of things from him as he's spoken at other churches as well as our church, and I've learned from him. So it doesn't matter if you're young or old or in your middle-aged years, God can still use you, and you can still be a mentor to somebody even if they're younger than you are. That's what the devil fought me with early on at Flat Creek. The majority of the people that he called me to pastor at the time were a lot older than me, but now God's blessed us with a lot of, age group from one end to the other. But yeah, I just wanted to mention this on here today about mentors. Let me know who your mentors are or have been in life. Maybe they're passed on now. Maybe somebody you've never been able to shake their hand or talk to them in person, but because of what they've done in your life, whether it be somebody on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, or any other social media outlet, or just somebody you've seen in the general public that's been a mentor to you, as well as your family members, whether it be a grandpa or grandmama or mom or dad. It's a good feeling to be a mentor and help lead people and guide them in the right direction. And Lord knows I've needed that leadership in my life many times. And you hate to name names because there's several people that's really been a mentor to me. And sometimes this guy watches our channels, and he's so busy right now he might not. But Brother Lanny Art, if you watch this video, brother, you've been an inspiration to me and a mentor to me. He's given me good sound advice from a pastor standpoint, as he's been a pastor for many years now. And he's executive secretary for the Free Will Baptist Association in South Carolina now, him and his wife, Miss Gwen. But he's been a very instrumental part of my life in the ministry. He's a great friend, one of the best friends I have on this planet. And I trust him with anything and everything in my life. But he's helped me. He was there for me several times when I was down and out, going through some mental issues. The devil's trying to oppress us from one side or the other. And what's amazing about that situation with Brother Ard and myself, when I was down, he was up, and he helped pick me back up. There's been times in his life when he was down and I was up. I was able to help pick him back up. So that's the way it works in life. There's no, look at me, I'm this mentor, I'm that. No, the only way you can be a great mentor is to be humble and realize that anything you got in life today could be taken away at any moment. And we're not here, it's not a competition. Not living for the Lord, not trying to do what's right. I'm not in competition with anybody. I'm just here to help. I want to leave a legacy behind. I share this in church all the time. And this is the way I feel about myself, and I hope you feel the same way about yourself. But I want to live a life where when I leave this world, when I am dead and in the grave or whatever, the rapture takes place, whatever happens first, I want people to miss me when I'm gone. I don't say that boastfully. I say that very humbly. And what I mean by that, I want to do things today that impacts people's lives enough that when I'm not here anymore, they can still draw strength from this. Because here's what happens. I got grandparents in my life right now, my mama as well, and other people that have gone on from this world. And I ask myself sometimes, I say, I wonder what my mama would do in this situation. Or I say, this is what mama would say. This is how mama would handle the situation. This is how my granddaddy, this is what my granny would say. So they're still making an impact, but it's because of the life they lived while they were here. So I want to be that person now and in years to come when I'm no longer on the face of this earth. Whether it be to my children, if I go before my wife, my children, my family, whoever, my church family, I want to plant that seed. I want to be that mentor by living a good godly example. And as I said earlier, people watch what we do. Or I said actions speak louder than words, but what that means is people watch what we do more than they listen to what we say. So your actions are speaking louder than your words, and mine too. So wrap this up today. Like I said, I hope you get to watch this video this afternoon, this high-speed internet. I hope I get it uploaded today. This is October the 1st, 2023. As I'm recording this out here in the front yard amongst the swings and the fire pit. And I'm getting ready to go in here and try to upload this. And if it goes like it's been going, you will see it in a little while. So leave some comments below about what you think about the need for mentors. Who's some of the mentors in your life right now? The mentors you've had in days gone by. The person that's still making an impact in your life, that you do little things in the yard. And like some of the tools that you use. Ronnie Smith's another one. He was a great mentor in my life. He's passed on now. I had a situation where we had some plumbing issues at the house today. And I had to fix those. And I've got some of the fittings that Ronnie had that his wife didn't need anymore. I got them from her so I could use them here at the house. And Ronnie supplied every fitting I needed. The only thing I had that I already had here was a piece of pipe and the glue to put the PVC pipe together with the plumbing issue I had. But Ronnie Smith, in the grave today, but he's still impacting my life, was able to fix what I needed to fix here at the house and didn't even have to go to the Lowe's or Home Depot to buy anything. So that's what I'm saying. That's just for material things. There's other things that him, as well as, Brother Ard is still here, and many other family members that's going on and friends that's going on, people I used to deer hunt with, older men that taught me so much. They were mentors in my life that I looked up to because they set a good example. It wasn't always a godly example because they didn't live for the Lord, but it was good sound advice, good moral advice about what to do in life and what not to do. They taught me right from wrong, and they taught me that, like Brother Stuart Jacobs used to be my pastor years ago here in Dulesville. He said, it's not the situation at hand, it's how we handle the situation that matters. That is so true. Great sound advice. I looked up to him then. I'll still look up to him today. So what I'm saying is we can have many mentors in our life, male and female, family or not family. And I want you to share with me what's some of your mentors in your life. Who were they? Who are they? What have they helped you with? Share some stories if you don't mind. I think that'll do us good as a group here, as a family on YouTube to discuss these things, because if you read the comments that you share inspire other people. And you may be even a mentor to somebody with the comments you leave on here. So Get involved. I said, get off the sidelines of life. Get involved, because today is the day the Lord has made. We're going to rejoice and be glad in it. And also know that we're running out of time. You need to be living that good example, being a mentor to somebody, or listening to your mentors day by day. So again, drop some comments below. Share this video if you think it's share worthy with somebody that might need to hear about the need for mentors in their life. And I'm going to go ahead now and try to get this thing loaded up. So until next time, y'all remember, Jesus Christ loves you, and Jesus Christ is the answer for any and everything we dealing with in life. Hope y'all have a wonderful rest of the day. Bye-bye.